Hi guys, in this episode of RTK, I am finally gonna be reacting to Stray Kids' most recent album, Maxident. I'm really curious to see how much of that album I'm actually gonna be enjoying because, I feel like it's kind of hit or miss when it comes to Stray Kids' albums. I feel like in each of their albums there's always at least a couple of songs that I do enjoy, but this year in particular, I feel like they've kind of shifted their sound a little bit to the point where I don't really know what to expect. Like when it comes to like Maniac, which was released like early 2022, all of the songs in that album, I wasn't necessarily the biggest fan of when I first started listening to them and when I first listened to them and did the reaction. But over the following like year, basically, I did actually grow to love them quite a lot, and to the point where that album is debatably one of their best albums musically, because all of those songs are so different and so good and everything. But yeah, I'm curious whether that's gonna carry over for this album as well, considering that the title track, Case 143, was kind of a little bit of a departure from Stray Kids' typical music, because it went for a more cutesy love song kind of thing, which is new for them. I feel like I don't really think they've ever done something like that, and I'm personally not sure whether I like that they did a song like that, because I don't want Stray Kids to suddenly start doing like love songs. That's not something I associate with Stray Kids. So yeah, I don't know, I'm hoping that I'm gonna like this album, but there's only one way to find out. And as you can see, we are only going to be checking out the first three songs of this album, which are Chill, Give Me Your TMI, and Super Bored. I'm going to be checking out the other three songs in the next video. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. The first song that we're going to be checking out is obviously going to be Chill, and based on the name of it, I'm probably expecting that it's going to be like a hard-hitting, rap-heavy kind of song. I guess I'm kind of expecting something like along the lines of what Cheese was, so yeah. There's only one way to find out whether that's going to be the case, so without further ado, let's get into Stray Kids' Chill in 3, 2, 1. Oh, this one is even a video. I didn't know that. I guess these three are all videos, now that I'm noticing. I prepared these videos long before I sit down and react to them, so... This feels very mature for Stray Kids. Not sure how I feel about that fact. Like, I don't hate it, I think it's actually pretty good and it's catchy, but I don't like how mature it is for them. I don't want them to mature, you know? I think it's a bullshit idea that you have to mature. I want them to stay Stray Kids, you know? Especially the kids part of it. Like, it's definitely catchy. I'm definitely going to be listening to this outside of the reaction, but... I'm just not sure whether I like how much it doesn't sound like Stray Kids. Like, this is very different for them. Okay. So, is there anything else? Nope. Okay, so based on the first listen alone, I kind of like it, I guess. I mean, it's still kind of very much how I felt about their B-sides in their last album, like Maniac. Like, they're not bad songs, I do like them, but they don't necessarily feel like Stray Kids. And that's the thing that kind of bothers me, because I don't know if I should like them or not because of that, because I've complained many times how I don't like when groups change their identity and music too much to the point where they don't sound like themselves. Because as a multi-fandom kind of fan, if I want a different kind of song, I'm just gonna go to a different group. So that's why I prefer for groups to stick with what they've been doing, more or less. I obviously am open to experimentation, but I don't want them to lose their vibe overall. And I feel like their music releases this year, when it comes to the B-sides, have very much kind of been losing their vibe. Like, even though I've grown to love, like, all of the B-sides pretty much of Maniac, they still don't necessarily feel like Stray Kids. And that's the same for this song. Like, it's a good song, I like what it is. Maybe it's a little bit bland, but it's also supposed to be more of a chill bop rather than a hard-hitting, energetic kind of song, so it's okay for it to be a little bit bland, but it just kind of doesn't feel like Stray Kids, and that's my biggest peeve about it, you know? Because, like, I like it. It's catchy, it's fun, I like the singing, it's really good. It's some of their best singing ever, if I gotta be honest, but I just don't like how much it doesn't sound like Stray Kids. It kind of reminds me more of, like, GOT7 than Stray Kids, if I gotta be honest. But still, in terms of a rating for this one, I think I'm gonna go with a solid 9 out of 10, I feel like. It could be more, honestly, if I listen to it more, but I don't really have the time, so we're just gonna go with only one listen for pretty much all of these songs, unless it really blows my mind, but I doubt that any of the songs are. But still, overall I'm satisfied. I definitely will be listening to this song outside of the reaction, but it's not a must listen right now. I guess it's kind of in the same spot for me as Mixtape O, although funnily enough, lower than that one, because that one I feel like has more charm and more excitement going for it, even though it's a little bit more chill compared to this one. Like, it's a little bit more slower, but it still has more interesting things happening compared to this one, which feels very bland. Yeah, I don't know. We still have 2 more songs to check out in this video, so let's get into the next one. Give me your TMI in 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's a combination of members who I haven't seen start off a song like this. This one is really showing off the rapping. It's interesting, last song really showed off their vocals, this one is showing off their rapping. But funnily enough, I feel like this song is trying a little bit too hard to show off their vocals. It doesn't feel like a song, but it feels like a medley of just the rappers showing off. If that makes any sense to you guys. And again, I'm feeling more GOT7 vibes rather than Stray Kids. And I'm not really liking that fact. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give this one a second listen, honestly, because I'm just unsure how I feel about it. I've decided for the most part to not like do 2 reactions per song for K-pop songs anymore going forward, unless it's a specific case of where I need to, because it's already becoming too much and I feel like I'm getting burnt out from doing K-pop reactions in general. So I just kind of want to alleviate the load for me. But for this song, I have to listen to it a second time because I'm just not sure how I feel about it. Like last song, I enjoyed for what it is. I think it did what it did well. I had criticism about it being kind of bland, but it was still fine. But this one, I feel like it just tries too hard to show off the rapping. It comes off more of a highlight medley for great rapping rather than a song that just has rapping. You know? It just comes off as too much, as if it's telling me, see this guy rapping, and it's kind of really annoying. It's trying too hard. And like I said, it reminds me a lot of GOT7 and their B-sides. And I've not really talked about this before, and I haven't really listened to many GOT7 B-sides to really be able to have an educated opinion on their B-sides. But from what I've heard, I'm not a big fan of their B-sides. I don't think they have good B-sides. Based on my opinion, obviously. Maybe you guys disagree, that's fine. And I don't want Stray Kids to like sound in any way, shape or form similar to GOT7's B-sides. So, yeah, I don't know. We're still gonna give this one a second listen though. So without further ado, let's get into it again in 3, 2, 1. I like the instrumental. It starts off really fun. You would think that I would like it, but it does sound a little bit better and a little bit more coherent on the second listen, but I still don't love it. Like, if I end up liking this album at all, it's gonna be despite it's gonna be because it's Stray Kids, and despite the way the songs sound. If it was any other group, especially a group that I am not already a fan of, I wouldn't like it. And that's the issue with the releases this year, I think. Funnily enough, the vocals are my favorite part of the song here. That's the only part of the song that I feel like really works as a song. Because the rap verses just feel randomly thrown together, I guess, in a way. Which is a shame, because I like the instrumental. I think this could have been a really cool song, really fun song. The instrumental of this song really reminds me of a certain boy group debut in 2018 by the boy group MVP with the song Take It. And in a way, that song is just a better version of this, or what this should have been like. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just overall kind of weirdly disappointing. Probably in the long term, I'm not gonna hate it or anything, but I don't really see myself going out of my way to really listen to this one. It's just kind of a mess, and it's not even particularly interesting, even if we assume that the mess is gonna figure itself out the more I listen to it, you know? So yeah, in terms of rating for this one, I think I'm going to give it, honestly, something like a 7.9 out of 10, which is probably one of the lowest ratings I've ever given Stray Kids, but it is what it is. So yeah, we still have one more song to check out in this video, that being Superboard. So without further ado, let's get into Stray Kids' Superboard in 3, 2, 1. I kind of like how the song started, but I don't know whether I'm gonna like the rest of it. I kind of like the vibe during the chorus here. But what's with that, you know, it just takes me out of the song. I cannot take it seriously. This is, though, definitely the most Stray Kids song so far of this album. I really like this set and their outfits in it. For some reason it really hits hard. Yeah, so far this is my favorite for sure. Funnily enough, it's exactly how it happened in the Maniac album. The third song of the album was my favorite. This is the kind of Stray Kids songs that I love. And we're definitely listening to this one a second time. Okay, so I guess let's just get into it right off the bat, because I don't have much to say right now. I just want to listen to it again. So let's go in 3, 2, 1. Right off the bat, the vibe is very similar to Give Me Your TMI. It starts off very similar. But it starts off with the best part of the song. And this part, like na na na, super bored, it's probably gonna get old relatively quickly, but it's a pretty good chorus. It's catchy and memorable and impactful. And the verses are not bad either, which is something which bothered me about Give Me Your TMI. And the vocal parts also really complement the rap parts really well, which was not a thing for Give Me Your TMI either. Give Me Your TMI was very front-loaded with rapping, and then at the end you had some vocals. This is the kind of style of Stray Kids music that I love. I want more of that. It feels like they're doing less and less songs like this. He looks so badass. Oh, that was Felix singing. I love that. I love the way he sounds when he sings. Don't watch this music video if you have epilepsy. Jesus Christ. Okay. So, I'm gonna rant for a second or two here. The point at which I'm recording this video, it's 2023. I expect that it's not gonna be that long from now until we get another comeback by Stray Kids, and I really hope that they do not continue on the trajectory that they are going to music-wise. Because I'm not that big of a fan of most of their songs this year. 2022, I'm talking about. Because, like, Maniac, I like it. After having listened to it quite a lot, I like it. It still bothers me that it's, like, the kind of song which is like, here's 5 really cool melodies. Let's splash them into one song, which is mediocre because of that. Despite the fact that they do not fit together whatsoever. Like, I've learned to love it. I don't like that kind of songs, and I feel like it's happening very frequently nowadays, but I've learned to love it. From the B-sides of that album, I've grown to love pretty much all of them or most of them. I like Spider Venom or whatever the name of it is. I like Freeze. I like Lonely Street, and I like Charmer. I've grown to love all of those songs. And out of this album, I like Chill for what it is. Give Me Your TMI. I hate, honestly, and I love this song. And out of other releases, I think they also had Circus, which was a Japanese release. I like that song, but out of all of these songs, there's only 3 songs that I legitimately love with no flaws whatsoever, and those 3 songs are the only songs released this year that feel like Stray Kids. And I guess 4, because I forgot about Time Out, which was also a release by Stray Kids. But, like, the only 4 songs by them that I really liked this year was Freeze, Circus, Time Out, and Superboard. Those 4 songs are the only songs that feel like Stray Kids. The other songs, more or less, do not. Like, I have some criticisms which kind of bother me in a way that I wasn't bothered by Stray Kids songs before. Like, I don't know what changed, but I do not vibe as much with their music in 2022 as I did before. And before, even some of, like, the worst songs, I guess, which I didn't really care for as much, still felt like Stray Kids. But now, even the songs that still should appeal to me, like Venom or Lonely Street or Charmer, do not feel like Stray Kids, which is really weird. And I really hope that that thing changes for 2023 and they kind of go back to, like, more Stray Kids like songs, because I don't want to go through the same experience with another group that I did with BTS. If I do that, I might genuinely drop being a K-pop fan, or, like, anything more than a casual fan for any group. Because I don't want to fall in love with a group and fall in love with all of their songs only for them to give me the middle finger at some point during their career and switch it up to something that does not appeal to me. And, like, I understand that artists have to have freedom of expression and everything. I'm not saying they do not, but I'm saying what I would like to happen. I would like for groups or musicians or artists to try to still kind of keep their art in line with what I've fallen in love with, you know? Because, like, the BTS experience is awful. It's awful. It's just awful. They completely sold out everything that they used to be. And I don't want another group to go through that. And I don't think, like, Stray Kids is gonna be going through quite the same thing anytime soon or anything, but I still don't want them to change their music to the point where I cannot vibe with it. And so far, like, out of these 3 songs, only one of them feels like Stray Kids. That's kind of what worries me. But still, we have 3 more songs to check out in this album. That's gonna happen in the next video. So, I think that's gonna be it for this one. And in terms of a rating, honestly, for this one, I kind of want to give it a 10 out of 10, because it's the only song of the album that I, like, legitimately love and legitimately feels like a Stray Kids song. Even the title track really didn't. It's pretty much the same experience that I had with Freeze in the Maniac album. Even if, in comparison to some other, like, Stray Kids songs from other albums, like Side Effects or Miro or any other song like that, wouldn't necessarily be a 10 out of 10. In comparison to the song of this album, I will give it a 10 out of 10 because it is that good compared to the other ones. In a more general Stray Kids music rating, it would be more of a 9 out of 10, but I still like it. It still has the only song that has the Stray Kids energy. But yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about these 3 songs so far and about what I just talked about? Comment those down below and let's have a discussion about this. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 4 patrons on Patreon. Omar Bridgman, Deadpool, Corby Dead, and Tia Rose Gelatly. Thank you guys for your support, I really appreciate it. It really means a lot to me. You have decided to support me, you have continued to support me for such a long time. Hope you continue to enjoy my content and continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the link in the description to my Wattpad, where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you end up enjoying my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account, where you can pledge your support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!